Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. That is the age-old question when it comes to gardening, isn't it? You guys, for all of my years as a landscape designer and of course my extensive garden in a fairly small lot that I'm working with here, that is always something that I'm always looking to fine tune over the years. So today I want to share with you guys three tips, 3 hacks, I guess you would call it, that would really help simplify your overall maintenance. If you're in the beginning stages of your garden or in the middle or even at the end where you're trying to just make sure to make it a little easier on yourself, I'm hoping this video is going to bring you some relief when it comes to the maintenance part of it. As always, if you guys like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Let us know that you really enjoy these videos by putting a true gardener down below in the comments. It always makes me smile when we see it. But for now, let's jump right in. All right, when you think of maintenance, what is the very first thing that comes to mind? Weeds. Weeds, weeds, weeds. Weeds in the garden are enough to drive you crazy. So when it comes to weeds, you have a few options. I mean, you can spray, you can use Roundup, you can use a natural product, you can also pull your weeds. So those are the 3 that are obviously the most common to do to get rid of and eradicate the weeds from your garden. All of them are pretty daunting. Now, when I had lost all of my material during the frost, I had so many gaps in the landscaping and I just could not keep up with the weeds coming through all of the gaps, which is something I was not used to previous to that, because I had so much jungle floor coverage, as I like to call it, so much ground cover that it pretty much eradicated any weed. It did not allow it. There was too much competition for the weeds to come in. Because at that point, birdseed is dropping weeds, and then if it gets a chance to germinate, it'll come through your plants. But if your plants had been there for a while, established, thicken up, all of your ground floor is nice and covered, you have little chance for weeds to come in. So that's exactly what happened in my garden for all those years. Now, a brand new fresh garden, I really did see the evidence of just barely being able to keep up with the weed control in the garden. So you guys that have weeds that are coming through and like that division in landscape and have a bunch of open areas, if you enjoy drifts of plants, if you enjoy thick clusters of plant groupings, go ahead and do that in your garden. Add that extra material to your landscape. And maybe instead of having 5 of this and 5 of that, maybe do 10 of this and 10 of that, because that is going to allow you to have a thicker landscaping faster. That's going to allow you to fill all of that ground cover faster. And as soon as you do that, you eliminate that attraction for weeds to kind of come and populate and grow into those areas. And what you want to do is you don't want weeds to start, because as soon as they start and as soon as they seed, then you have one weed that turns into hundreds, if not thousands. Once the seeding takes hold, then you have a whole collection bed of weeds. And that's what I was having starting in my garden, because as you guys and most of you know, even as a landscaper, I rarely get my team, I rarely have the time to get over here and do this landscaping in my own space. So it's been done in little chunks and little pieces as we've been able to make it work. So if you can get in there and you can cover your ground with a nice bit of material, especially in the growing season, then you're going to have to deal with weeds a lot less than those of you guys who have just little clusters of material and then a lot of open spaces, because those open spaces will weed you to death and then eventually grow into the new planting sections that you've got. So fill those bad boys up, do a drift here and a drift there, and fill all of that ground up so you have a nice collection of the material you want, because as they say, if you don't fill it, Mother Nature will.
Hey you guys, Bryce here. I just wanted to pop this in real quick and ask if you could like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps show your support and keep these videos going. Also, if you're enjoying the video, please drop a true gardener in the comments. And if you're looking for any help with designing your space, or you have some questions, or you want a master plan created, or you even want a design and installation done, head over to our website. We have 3 short videos that break down our 3 services so you can see which option works best for you. In those videos, we'll go over pricing and locations for the state of Florida. And if you're looking for any products mentioned in this video, we have a link that takes you directly to our Amazon storefront where you should be able to find everything. And also, if you're looking to build your own plant palettes, we also have a link that takes you to our book that helps walk you through designing your own space. Thanks so much for your support, and let's get back to the video.
So hack two is leave yourself an out. Leave yourself a spot to either access your garden from the rear side of your garden, or if it's in the front yard, maybe a little strip along the foundation of the front of the house, so that way you can maintain from the front of the landscaping bed and the back side of the landscaping bed. And that is always such a key thing. I know sometimes we don't have the room, so we worry about leaving out any space for ourselves, but having a little narrow little space like this allows you to really get in here. Could you imagine, you guys, me climbing from the inside to this back section to be able to access this area? So when you have a tropical buffer or a landscaping for your backyard, leave yourself an access path. Make it look like a little garden path like I have here. I love the way that this is turning out. As these plants grow in, it'll feel more like a tropical pathway than it'll feel like a maintenance path. But in reality, you and I know it's a maintenance path. Its goal is to potentially house plants that I might clip as I'm walking through the garden, but some leaves, some extra things until the garbage man comes. But overall, it's an easy way to maintain your garden. You'll see many a times in my landscape designs where I will pull a front yard landscape about 2 to 3 foot off of the house, create a rock path, or have the client, if they want pavers, do a paver path. That way there's a little bit of separation and you can easily get to your plant groupings from both sides. This does 2 things. This makes your life easier when you're pulling a cart behind. You can clip, 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 pop it in the cart, and voila, you're done. And it also makes a good source of air for your plants. You're gonna have a thick grouping, so you're gonna wanna have a little bit of extra airflow. That really does help with any kind of fungus and pests. So having a little bit of openness in the garden is really great. So have it on this side and have it on the front side, and now you've made yourself an overall easy maintenance path. The one thing I would like you to consider though, is in this path where you just have mulch or you just have rock, use weed fabric. This is the only place that I feel is okay to use weed fabric in a garden. If you have a pathway that comes along this way and you want it to go all the way through, use weed fabric, maybe 3 foot wide or the width of your path, and that way you know that it's just overall easy maintenance. You can pull any weeds from the top of the path, but overall it's just really easy maintenance, easy walking path, and you don't have to worry about them coming up through this open area where there's no plant coverage. And for the last hack, this you guys, I feel is very important, and so it gets so overlooked. I not only have to think about for myself in my own garden, but something that I ask every single client that I meet with. After we go through the plants, the trees, the styles, all those important things, we talk about maintenance. And then we talk about what kind of maintenance is hard maintenance for you. I mean, because I talk to so many people, believe it or not, maintenance is different for everybody. For me, for instance, like having a Lucie hedge that's 6 foot tall in your backyard as your plant buffer, to me, trimming that, getting out the hedge trimmer, trimming the top, trimming the sides, raking the leaves out of the bed, hauling them off to the dump, all of that to me seems daunting. That's a lot of work to me. I'm not a big fan of trimming big, long expanses of space, whether it's a tall hedge, a medium hedge. I'm not a hedgy person when it comes to that, especially if I have to pull out the machine and do all that. So that's not my style of maintenance, but I have many of clients who are more comfortable with that as their landscaping maintenance because it's a no-brainer. They're like, hey, I get it. I want to keep it 5 foot. I'm going to trim it every 2 months to make it 5 foot and sides and square it off. And that's what you're comfortable at. So that might be low maintenance considering for you. For me, low maintenance is putting on my little handy dandy tool belt here. I'll pull out my Felcos. I might not even. I might have a cup of coffee in one hand and just grab my Felcos and go through my garden and do a light trim on anything that might be brown, anything that might be leaning too far into the walkway, just an overall light trim of foliage. I'm more of a foliage pruner as I walk through the garden because that's the way that I like to do maintenance, because I walk through my garden pretty frequently. And when I look at things and I'm like, oh, this needs a little bit of this or this needs a little bit of that, I keep these guys in places, multiple pairs. I keep these guys in places where I go to trim as needed. And that's, to me, that's my level of maintenance. I may have a Saturday where I decide to come out and nip and clip and kind of shape a few things that I've been looking at in the garden, but that's my exercise and my relaxant. If I had to do that with hedge trimmers and fueling things up and raking things out and doing all that, to me, that's a lot of maintenance. So figure out who you are in the garden, what type of work that you're completely comfortable with doing. If you like my type of style of maintenance, then check out my backyard tour, because that might be something more right up your alley where you have a leaf on leaf, because that is a maintenance level of, ever so often, clip this, clip that, clip this, Clip anything unwanted. That's pretty much how tropicals work. Clip what you don't want to see. Hedge trimming, trimming long drifts of plants, doing more of a clean line, more of a tropical modern type of landscaping. That's more pulling out your equipment, trimming, hedging, really defining those lines. That's a different type of maintenance. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that kind of draws you in to say, hey, this is me or this is me, and then you can create your landscaping based on that, because maintenance is a big part of gardening. So being prepared for what you're dealing with year after year after year is a big part of your satisfaction in the garden. All right, gardeners, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we really appreciate you spending your Saturday with us. Take care.